Hello everyone. Today I want to talk to you about finding your purpose, your Ikigai. My name is Lynn Schrader and I help women turn their expertise into a profitable business. And I talk to my clients a lot about Ikigai. I love this word. It's a Japanese word, Ikigai. And what it really means is it's a reason for being. Iki means live, and gai or kai means your worth or your value. Ikigai, your reason for being, your search for self, what brings you satisfaction and is the meaning of your life. And I have to say that I prescribe to this word so much. The word purpose, my goodness, the word purpose is my license plate, but that has been something that has been following me around into adulthood, the search for purpose, and it's exactly what I work with clients on. So Ikigai, the reason for being, what it is in our terms is it's the intersection of what you love to do, what you're good at doing, because we all have gifts and talents, they're all unique, what the world needs through that, and what you can be paid for by doing that. It's that intersection of your passion, your mission, your vocation, and your profession. It's where they all come together. Ikigai. It's an awesome thing to talk about. And that's exactly what I do with my clients. You know, before, sometimes they come to me and they're not even sure what their expertise is. So what we have to do is we have to get down to it, and I ask them questions like this. So what are some things that you are excited about getting out of bed in the morning? What excites you so much that you can't wait to begin your day? Another question that we may discuss is, okay, what keeps you up at night because you cannot sleep because it's all you can think about? It's that intersection of your Ikigai, what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and oh, by the way, what you can be paid for doing it. Another question is, I might ask them, okay, tell me, what do you dream about? What's that mojo that's inside of you, or that voodoo that you do so well, that thing that you were born with? An activity that we will do is we'll kind of go backwards. You know, I think I came out of the womb wanting to cheer people on and encourage them. But sometimes before you can even encourage them and say, you can do this, you know, you got this, you have to really dig about even further back than that and get to the bottom of, okay, why do they think they can't do this? So some of the things that we will discuss is, all right, so what did you want to be when you were younger? Now, I'm not talking about a fire truck driver or a fireman or a baseball player or whatever. And you may want to do that, and that's great. But sometimes it's those other things that we wanted to do when we were younger, but for some reason, either people said or you began to believe this, that, oh, no, that's really not something I should be doing. That's really the road less traveled. I better go on the common route. Or listen, no, you know, that will take you too long, or whatever. What are those things, though, that you really always wanted to do, and then something between here and here changed your mind? The world changed your mind. Another thing that I will talk to my clients about is, okay, what do you believe that you came here for? What's your purpose? I believe that we are, just like we all have unique fingerprints, we were all here, put here for a reason. And I can give you a hint, it's not to take up space. It's not. So what do you think you were put here for? Got to ask yourself some of those questions. Another question I will ask then, and it's a little bit deeper, is, okay, what do you think that you are here for to fix? Because the world's messed up. I mean, the world's a beautiful place, don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful place, but it's also a place that needs fixing. So what did you your Ikigai, that intersection between what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and oh, by the way, you can get paid for it. What do you believe you came here to fix? A way to do that, a way to start working on your Ikigai is to make 3 lists. 1, 2, 3. First one is your values. What are those things that I value and I will not be swayed? It's part of my DNA. I value them. Write them down. The other one is, what do I like to do? I like to sing. I like to write. I like to create. I like to move. I like numbers. What are those things that you like to do? And then the third column, the third list is, all right, you might like to do them, but what are you really good at? What just comes to you very quickly? I can tell you my answer is I'm not a numbers person. Thank goodness all the males in my house are numbers people because their mom, their wife is not. But you sit me down with a piece of paper and a pencil and I will write or I will create. So what is it that you are good at? Now listen, I am not implying that you are supposed to quit your job and chase your Ikigai. But what I am saying is you have to, I believe we all have to ask ourselves that question so that we do not settle for what everybody expects us to do. And we entertain the idea of changing our world through our gifts and our talents. So here is another great example that I will do with clients. And I've actually done this one and it's wonderful. So what you can do is you can grab a piece of paper and write from 1 to 5 and write 5 things on the paper that would be your dream job. And no judgment at all, just write down 5 things that you would love to do in your dream job. Give voice lessons, give dance lessons, give guitar instruction, bicycle across the state, write a book, begin a podcast, open an Etsy store, grow a garden and then sell my fruits and vegetables. What are the 5 things that would be your dream job? Begin writing them down. What happens when we don't begin introspection like that? We really can fall into the trap of being a fraction of what we were really meant to do. So write those down, and then what you can do with that list is circle that number 1 thing. Doesn't mean you're not going to do the other 4, but circle that number 1 thing that, man, your stomach doesn't flip-flop for fear. You just know it's the right thing. I just did this recently and I'm super excited about I redid it and it reminded me, and I'm like laser focused on what I want to do. So the last thing that you can do though, and this is a really good one because we fall into the trap of thinking we have to be perfect. That if we can't do something perfect, then we shouldn't do it at all. And one thing that you can do is write this down. If I didn't have to be perfect, which you don't, if I didn't have to be perfect, I would blank. And fill in that blank. What would you do? If I didn't have to be perfect, I'd open an Etsy store. If I didn't have to be perfect, I would, run a marathon. Whatever it is, write that out and then look at it and look how crazy it looks on paper that you feel you need to do that perfect or you're not going to do it. It's insane. Perfection is is unattainable. So I really like that movie, We Bought a Zoo, and I like that little scene where Matt Damon is on the ground or on the floor and he talks about 20 seconds of insane courage, and he says something like, all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage and embarrassing bravery, and something great will come out of it. And I believe when we ask ourselves what our Ikigai is, that's when we begin to say, listen, do I have 20 seconds of bravery? Can I just have insane courage and embarrassing bravery? Can I do this because I do believe something great is going to come out of it? And then the last thing that I will say is there's a scene in Dead Poet Society. And Robin Williams says this to his students, and maybe you already know this, but he says something like medicine, law, business, engineering, these are all noble pursuits, I'm reading this, and necessary to sustain life. They're noble, noble pursuits, and they're necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. So don't cut yourself short. Try to figure out what your Ikigai is, that intersection between your passions, your mission, your vocation, and your profession. What overlaps? That could be the clue for your Ikigai. So listen, if you drop something in the comments below, what do you believe? What do you believe is something that you would love to do? If you didn't have to be perfect, what would it be? Drop it in the comments below. And then before I get off here, I'd love to invite you to two things. I have two Facebook groups. One is called the Confident Woman Club, and it's just that. It's a club for women and confidence, and man, we do some really neat things on there, and I'd love to invite you to that. Of course, if you are a woman, I'm going to drop the link in the comments below. And then the second one is, it's called Rise and Shine, and it is a group that I have for business women, small businesses, entrepreneurs, coaches, and within that group, it is filled with tips and tricks and strategies and mindset to use your expertise and turn it into a profitable business. So I'm going to drop that link below as well. But before I go, I want to hear from you. So what's that one thing, if you didn't have to be perfect, that you would be doing? So thank you so much for watching.